All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're doing something big. We're cracking the code on how you actually make money online. Forget the hype, forget the BS. We're going to break down the real process, and this is all based on years of trial and error from entrepreneur Mark Tilbury. We're talking about what really works.
So, where does this all come from? Well, it starts with a crazy story. You see, Mark Tilbury, he was a self-made millionaire back in 1995. And then, bam, the internet comes along and pretty much wipes him out, almost overnight. He had two choices, give up or adapt. And that choice, that idea, it's the core of everything we're about to talk about. Evolve or become irrelevant. Simple as that.
Which, brings us to the big question, right? You've probably seen all the gurus, you've heard all the crazy promises. So if you're sick of all that, what's the real no BS process for actually building an income online that lasts?
Well, the answer is a framework, and it's called the Online Wealth Wheel. And here's the wild part. You're already on it. Every single one of us is on this journey, whether we know it or not.
Okay, so take a look at this. This is the wheel itself, broken down into 4 stages. And these numbers, they're kind of shocking. 55%. That's more than half of people they never even start. Then another 28% are just stuck, failing. Only 16% actually find success. And then you have this tiny slice, less than 1%, who reach that elite level. So the big question is, why? Why do so many people get stuck?
So stage 1, think of it as the jungle. It's where that incredible 55% of people live. They never even get a side hustle off the ground. And why not? Well, because the online world feels exactly like a jungle, right? It's dense, it's confusing, you've got a million different voices yelling conflicting advice at you. It's totally overwhelming. You don't even know where to take the first step.
And that brings us to the biggest roadblocks. You add those first 2 stages together, the jungle and the failing stage, and you get a staggering 83% of people. 83%. They're stopped dead in their tracks. So let's really dig into the traps that keep almost everyone from succeeding.
Okay, so what about that next chunk, that other 28%? Well, these are the people who actually get out of the jungle and start something. But they're trapped in stage 2. They have a side hustle. They're putting in the work, but it's making less than $50 a month. I mean, can you imagine how frustrating that is? All that effort for basically nothing.
So what's the deal? Why are they failing? It's almost never because the idea is bad. No, the real villain here is this psychological trap. It's called shiny object syndrome. You know what I'm talking about? It's that itch, that constant urge to chase the next big thing, the newest, trendiest idea, and you drop what you're doing before it ever had a chance. Does that ring a bell for anyone?
It's a total vicious cycle, right? Like 1 week, you are all in on dropshipping. This is it. This is going to be your ticket.
But then you see someone talking about how they're crushing it with Amazon KDP, so you ditch dropshipping and pivot to that.
And before you even get that off the ground, boom, a new video pops up about starting a social media agency. You're just jumping from one thing to the next, never staying with anything long enough to build real momentum. You get 0 meaningful results.
And this is such a perfect way to think about it. It's like you're a gold miner. You're digging and digging, working your tail off. You're literally 3 feet from striking gold, and then you just give up. You abandon the hole and go start a brand new one somewhere else. All that progress you made, poof, gone.
Okay, so that's the problem. That's the trap. How do we get out of it? How do you escape that cycle and break into that successful 16%? The ones who are actually making it work?
It all boils down to 4 key things. And look, these aren't some big secrets. They're just the fundamentals that actually separate people who win from people who don't. First, niche down. Don't try to be everything to everybody. Second, stay consistent. It's all about those small daily actions. Third, show, don't tell. In other words, demonstrate your value. And fourth, build social proof. You gotta build that trust. Let's dig into a couple of these.
So let's take that third one. Show, don't tell. This is so important. Check out this example. Imagine you're selling custom gaming controllers. The weak way to do it is to just post a video of someone playing a game and drop a link. It's lazy. But the strong approach, you get in there, you show close-ups of the controller, you explain exactly how those custom buttons improve your aim, and you put it side by side with a standard controller to show the difference. You're not making the customer guess, you're connecting all the dots for them.
And that flows right into the next key, building social proof. Think about it. You're not going to trust some brand new company you've never heard of, right? So you have to build that trust. Order your own product and film yourself unboxing it.
Get your friends to give you honest reviews. Anything is better than crickets. And please, showcase real people using your stuff, not just perfect, glossy stock photos. You gotta prove you're the real deal.
All right, so if you do all that, you can make it to stage 3. But what about stage 4? How do you reach that elite level, the one that less than 1% of people ever get to?
Yeah, you heard that right. Less than 1%. It's like a secret club. So what are they doing that nobody else is?
Well, their secret? It's not some crazy complicated strategy. It's not some hidden loophole. It's actually one simple, powerful word: reinvesting. See, the most successful people, they don't just take their first profits and go on vacation. They use that money to make even more money. It's a machine. They'll upgrade their tools to work faster and smarter. They'll pour money back into ads to get more customers. And they'll start outsourcing all the small, annoying tasks so they can focus on the big picture, on growth.
And that right there, that is the huge mindset shift. The real power of money isn't just having it, it's using it to make more money. That's what separates someone with a little side hustle from someone building a real empire. Your profit becomes a tool, a lever for massive growth.
So there it is. That's the whole map, from being lost in the jungle all the way to joining that elite 1%. The path isn't a secret anymore, but it does take real commitment. You know the code now. So the only question left is for you. Are you ready to stop chasing shiny objects, commit to one thing, and finally strike gold?